Huzzah!
Go.
Okay, I was waiting for the microwave to stop beeping. All right, hi, yes, welcome back to D&D night, ladies and gentlemen.
I was about to say, was that the microwave?
That was the microwave, ladies and gentlemen. Every good D&D session starts with a good microwave sound. Did you ever heard that?
It's his dim sum, don't worry.
It's actually teriyaki ramen, so he's kind of close. I could go for some dim sum, though. The Chinese place used to go too close. But anyway, so yes, welcome back to D&D. I am your very gracious host, DapperDice, and we have, of course, our newest member, Tora, is finally joining with us today and all that jazz.
Hello.
Don't worry, I'm not streaming. I know that Mega's recording, which is fine, but I just want everybody to understand that I don't do streams anymore, at least not recently.
We
I'm also
should start
trying
a
to so
podcast.
frantically as I'm trying to get food in mouth.
We should do a podcast.
We should do a podcast. Did you guys hear about the whole puppet thing that one group's doing? They're gonna make puppet episodes of their podcast.
To be fair, I already have a podcast. It just kind of flopped because Cut Steam dipped and Dice.
I was never available.
Yes.
I mean, I have everything set up for a podcast already. I even have a name and everything.
Well, we can apply to this if you want, but we could talk about that later. Okay, so as of right now, it is still relatively 4 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, it's still twilight morning hours. You have been instructed to go to the inn or wait until the sun rises to receive your pay and compensation from the nun for stopping the bandits from stealing the crop of carrotkin.
Yes. I feel as it might be. We should likely rest up.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
It is quite late.
I think we should head to the inn and establish a foothold in this town.
Alright, I know the way there, so just give me a sec, I'll lead the way. Ow.
All right, so you guys take your leave. The captain of the guard and the other guard of his. Let's see. So Bradshaw and Grog make their way away from you as you guys make your way to the inn, which is the opposite direction that you guys are going.
Is it not on the opposite side of this?
T-Bone's going the right way.
Alright, well, why in the world does it do that?
Change the camera.
Yeah, I'm currently working with the elevation cutoff thing, and there we go. Lock in place. Quit moving around like that.
You're gonna go there, by the way.
Oh. Oh, really? Oh.
Yep, that's the pig and squirrel.
I thought the inn was the other.
I thought it was on the opposite side as well. I guess I didn't know where I was going.
I didn't either.
Ah, yes, now that looks familiar. Okay. Alright, let's lower the cutoff point again.
Okay.
Oh, it's sunken down a little bit. Recessed in. Neat.
Is there a way to open the door? Or...
I'm getting there. All right, so you guys go to... Yes, I would... Yep, there you go.
Oh, come on.
So you guys enter the tavern. Okay? I don't have an atmospheric block in here. I am very, very unprepared for that. Hold on.
Oop, I am going the wrong way.
Hold on. Tavern.
And here I thought the tavern people were gonna get a table dance.
No.
If you're asking me how I got on the stool, I have no clue.
You just walked up onto it.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's just
much.
placed on one of those player spaces. So you walk up into a tavern. Come on, apply. There we go. Okay, you hear music in the air. You have no idea where it's coming from, but you hear it. As you walk into a tavern, you see a tavern keeper behind behind the countertop or the bar top, wiping a glass, while you see a tiefling behind him, moving about different jars and objects, appear to be making different concoctions for the morning rush. What do you do?
Give me a sec as I try to keep my notebook open. It is not doing that. It keeps closing on its own.
Yep.
Hello, good sir. My partner and I would like some rooms for the night.
The bartender continues to wipe the glass, doesn't really acknowledge you yet. T-Bone, what do you do?
Excuse me, sir, I say with a big booming voice. Do you have any of the finest alcohol of the land?
The tiefling jumps a little bit, not realizing that someone was there, and turns around to see two individuals, almost dropping her concoctions. The bartender looks up very slightly at the dwarf and says, "Yeah, we serve beer here."
Fuck.
In the most monotone voice possible to you.
What a dick. Oh. Is it just beer you have? Or is there anything a bit stronger?
Depends. What you're looking for.
Well, seeing as how I am a dwarf, you know me and my people drink heavily. For me, only the finest alcohol will do.
I'm well aware you guys are all alcoholic axemen. I'm well aware of that fact. Very common thing. Why? Hang on. Hang on. Where is it?
Dwarf
Why?
drops in.
Why?
Ah,
Why? I've got an alcoholic in the end of the bar over there who passed out last night. Didn't even bother dragging him out of here. Couldn't if I wanted to. You see a dwarf clearly unconscious, snoring loudly behind the counter to the left in front of what appears to be a tapestry. Totally out cold.
incredible. We didn't hear him snoring beforehand.
Yeah.
I agree.
They call him Silent Joe for a reason.
So what alcohol do you serve that has the highest percentage?
The bartender, without even answering you, turns to the tiefling and just looks at her. The tiefling looks over, nods, walks behind, and takes out two steins, fills them with some kind of mysterious liquid that she had on her, and hands them both to you. And goes back to what she was doing. Do you drink the mysterious concoction?
Yeah, I do.
Make me a Constitution check.
Okay, Constitution. That's what roll? D what?
D20. D20 add to con mod.
If I remember, his Constitution is like ridiculously high.
14.
16.
Okay.
Okay.
16.
You slug down the slurry, and you are immediately hit with an immense amount of just potent alcohol taste, like straight up gasoline, but at the same time has a nice wheaty taste to it behind the finish. You're able to keep the alcohol down, and you remain awake. You remain unfazed, however, and do not feel intoxicated whatsoever.
Yes, that was quite good. Although it's not enough to get me drunk. You see, I am a connoisseur of alcohol and am quite the master brewer. So I only partake in the finest of alcohol.
The bartender nods. He's like, I respect that. He looks over at Guy. Says, "Are you gonna drink your beer, or whatever that is?"
Guy didn't ask for anything. She kind of just plopped it in front of him.
Yeah, she does that.
All right, I guess I'll do it.
So,
Make me a
Guy,
con- Make
I
me a
was gonna say-
Constitution. Hang on. Make me a Constitution save. Bell. Sorry. Oof.
Come
I was
on.
gonna say,
What-
Con
what's
save
your-
is 11 total.
11 total. You take down the slurry. You wince at the initial bite of the alcohol. You do taste a little bit of wheat, but you're more concerned about the fact that you feel a little dizzy now. You're
Okay.
able to finish the drink and basically slam it back down on the counter, wiping it from your face.
just the dice. That's funny.
What? What about the dice?
No, the dice was just fucking glitching around the tavern.
It happens.
Okay. Now, wasn't that...
Not to
One
my
of the-
taste.
Before you
not
can
to
even
your
ask your next
taste.
question, the bartender says, "By the way, that'll be 5 gold, please."
Where is...
This feels like extortion. I did not ask for anything.
Well,
But you still drink it.
listen, it was a 2-for-1 morning deal. Okay, I'm sorry. Not my decision. I'm not the one that makes the rules around here. I just simply clean glasses and serve alcohol when the rush shows up. Other than that, this is early. Most people don't ask for beer this early in the morning. Usually it has to be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Wow, okay, Dice, I see you. I'm trying to find where the fuck my money is, because I know I started with some. I don't know where my gold is on my character sheet.
So what are you working with? You working with a digital sheet or a...
Digital.
Hang on, I could take a look for it. I have a copy of yours. And Tora, be patient. We'll get you introduced very shortly, okay? Tora? Tora? Where'd you go?
I imagine she's waiting or doing something else while she is.
Well, hopefully she's back soon because you're just gonna show up soon. Okay, so his sheet doesn't actually have any money. Oh, he's got 15.
Yes,
Okay, there it is.
So, do you want to pay the guy 15 gold?
I mean,
5
I'll
gold?
pay the
5 gold,
5.
sorry.
Yeah, I'll pay the 5.
Okay, so you only pay for one of you. So you hand the guy 5 gold. He takes it and just puts it in his pocket. Like, thank you for your patronage. Now, one of you guys asked about rooms. Sorry, I was thinking about where else I would want to be.
Yes, we were asking about rooms, but you were thinking about where else you would rather be? Do you not enjoy your job as a bartender?
Well, when you're here constantly, not really. I mean, you know, that's how it is. And before he can finish his sentence, the door behind you slings open and slams against the wall.
Real quick, how do I turn my character in place?
It's either Alt or Control.
Yeah, it's either Alt or Control.
For me, it's Alt, so I think it's probably Control for you. I know mine is somehow inverted.
What was that?
Oh god, the boss is up. I heard that. Boulevard. If you're serving alcohol before 5 o'clock, I'm going to be very upset. I told you that was a house rule. As you see, a small stout little gnome come out with pigtails, clearly annoyed at him, with hands on her hips,
Pencil.
staring at him. And who are these two jokers? Did you not make sure to turn the sign to open? Boulevard responds. He goes, "We don't have a sign. You never put a sign out there." Because I don't know where we are half the time. 1 minute we're in the nebula, then a nebula in the cosmic ether. The next minute we're in a small town.
Excuse me, little miss, but who might you be?
She puts her finger up. Hold on a second. I'm not done. New Oli. The tiefling jumps again, turns around, almost dropping her concoctions on the floor. Make sure we have 2 sunrise specials, a beer battered egg, and 3 stuffed turkeys for today. We got a big crowd coming in. New Oli nods and turns back around. Okay, what do you want? And who are you two? And who's the guy over there with the... Okay, so who's the guy who clearly has way too much affinity to alcohol, and who's the other guy over there who clearly has an edge so sharp that I could cut myself on it?
Okay, question. Who is who? Out of curiosity.
I think you guys know who's is who.
I mean, Guy counts as both in this case. He's quite dizzy from the drink.
I said affinity for alcohol.
Ah, affinity. Okay.
I am Tordek Stoutboots.
She looks you up and down. I definitely see the boots.
People call me Guy. Can I make another con check to not fall over, or con save?
The con save.
Yeah, extreme lightweight. We're talking here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah. Nope. There's no way I'm passing.
Yeah, no, that's a fail. So, as you say, Guy, you fall straight over onto your back, completely unconscious on the floor. Mini Mischief looks at you, kind of goes, meh. Turns to the bartender and goes, what did you give them? And she says, I gave them the morning brew special. Okay. And she puts her hands over her face. She goes, okay. Let me remind you, the morning brew special has nothing to do with alcohol. It's coffee. What did you feed them? She goes, whatever New Oli came up with in a split second. She goes, and her mouth agape like, so you basically fed them poison? No, whatever she came up with. She looks at New Oli. New Oli, clearly sweating profusely, looking in the other direction, is very nervous. She goes, I'll deal with you later. She flinches again. As for you, do you realize you basically just drank essentially a cosmic drink that is not of these lands, and were able to stand up straight while drinking it? That's a feat that you should be very impressed with.
Well, to be fair, I am a great connoisseur of alcohol and will only drink the finest.
If it's the finest, I mean, a Long Island iced tea is not pretty fine if you ask me, but what do I know? It's probably the cheapest drink we have on the menu, for crying out loud. As she's clearly trying to inadvertently not insult you, but insult your connoisseuring abilities.
To be fair, it wasn't the greatest, but it was to my standards somewhat.
I got a question. Did you put her mini in? Because I don't see it anywhere.
I don't. It's in the bar. She has. It's one of the stock miniatures that was provided by Talespire, because I already have the model for her, so I'm not paying for another one. I just can't bring it in yet because they haven't added tail weight for it.
Oh, okay. It's the other way. Gotcha. I was looking towards the entrance.
Oh, no. Yeah, she walked out from the basement.
But yes, excuse my friend here, he is an extreme lightweight.
Clearly.
Now, we were wondering about getting some rooms.
Rooms? She perks up, clapping hands together. Fantastic! We haven't had guests in for ages! I mean, last time we had guests, who was here? I don't know. It was some gentleman that had a giant sword, missing eyeball. He was a character, to be honest. Had an affinity for wanting to kill demons sometimes. Though the last guy should have wanted to do that, and she... Never mind, I digress. Anyway, yes, rooms. So they are about 10 gold a night. And she stops.
10 gold a night, you say?
Yep, 10 gold a night.
It might be doable.
Oh, that's very kind. The fact that you guys bought a 5 gold drink, which was clearly overpriced. She looks at Baldir. Bolvadar. I want to call him Boldir. That's my fault. Bolvadar.
Tordek turns around and says, so you overcharged me for almost not so adequate drink.
Hovodar looks back at Mini Mischief, clearly realizing that she's trying to pass off something to him, and responds, "No, she's lying."
I'm looking straight up and down. How do I not do that?
I have no clue.
Middle mouse button can adjust your looking angle.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh yeah.
However, this
Keith
does
coming in
seem
with
a
all that.
yeah, it does seem a bit finicky. I don't always know how to properly control it. So just
Yeah,
do it
middle-
slowly if you're gonna do that.
So, just so you guys remember, so Talespire uses the same camera rules as any 3D software. So middle mouse button lets you essentially rotate around wherever your little ring circle is in all directions in the XYZ plane. Left mouse button moves you around, and then right allows you to select a region.
I just use the keyboard for those.
That's fair. So, anyway, so yes. So, barring expensive drinks, you guys now have to come up with 10 gold for at least one room. If you choose to split between 2 rooms, it'll be 10 golds for each of you.
Or
We
5
both-
gold apiece.
Yeah, we both
It's
have
not
the.
one room.
We can split a room. And I know I'm out cold, but I'm just giving consent to that beforehand.
Don't need to give consent to that. He's going to drag your unconscious body there, and he's going to make the call because you're the one that couldn't handle your alcohol.
Fair enough.
So,
Yes,
Tordek, what are you going to do?
I think we'll take a room, but I'm not paying the full 10 gold. I'm going to take the. I will pay 5 and take the other half off of my unconscious friend here.
Mini Mischief crosses her arm. Oh, really? And how are you going to convince me to do that?
No, I am going to take the 5 gold off of my friend here. I never said you had to.
She clears up. I thought you were going to tell me that you were only going to pay 5 gold for the room, which wasn't going to go over well for you. You notice that as she says this, the aura around her starts to calm back down.
So let me get this
As
straight.
your ability...
You're taking it from me, Tordek?
Yeah, I'm going to take it from him, but I want to make a quick perception check.
Ooh.
See if I notice anything. 1 minute.
Go for it. Hang on, I gotta pull up her old character sheet for this. Where is it? It's in here. Alright, go ahead. Make a perception check.
17 plus what modifier? My perception?
Oof.
So
Oh boy,
17,
you're about...
17 plus 13.
No,
that's-
not the number, the modifier.
Oh, 17, 20, sorry.
So
What?
unnatural
No.
20?
No.
Yeah.
If you roll a 17 natural and okay, what's your
17 plus the modifier, right? The
Hang on, I'm looking at
wisdom
his character
modifier.
sheet. Yes, your wisdom modifier.
how do you-
His
So
wisdom,
it's a 20. It's a 20.
his wisdom
Alright.
is 16.
No,
Which
my
any-
wisdom is 15 altogether.
That's-
My wisdom is 10 or okay. My wisdom is 16.
Yeah, there it is.
My modifier is plus 3. My passive perception is 10 plus 3.
Yes. You got it right. You're good, T-Bone. We're not
Alright.
calling you a liar. I have his character sheet in front of me, so I know that he's telling the truth.
okay?
All right, we're good.
Yep.
I have all your character sheets in front of me whenever we do this mess.
Got it.
That way I can keep track of things. All right, so, oh boy, here we go. So as the aura calms down, you notice that there is some kind of presence with her. You don't know what it is, but something, specifically a entity of some kind, is shadowing her, both metaphorically and physically. But that's all you can tell.
Excuse me, Miss Mini Mischief, but do you know that you have a strange aura around you? Some sort of strange presence.
To you inquisitively and raises an eyebrow. She looks. She goes, "What kind of aura?"
I am not quite sure, as I am not that adept, but I do know something is there.
She looks you up and down again, and she says, "The light may be with you, cleric, but make me be very clear. Not all places warmly welcome it." You'll be on the room. As she says this, she basically pulls a key out of her pocket and throws it to you. Make me a dex save.
Oh fuck.
Fine, that's okay.
So yeah, that's it. That's 11.
All right, it's just 11 flat.
Yep.
All right, you catch the key. You fumble a little bit trying to catch it, but you do catch it. And she continues. Second story, second room on the left.
Thank you.
As she walks away, and since I'm just feeling generous, your first down payment covers the first 3 days. After that, I better see another 10 gold. She goes down and slams the door behind her.
I haven't paid the gold. We haven't given her the gold dice.
The bartender taps the bar. Hey, fork it over.
Yes, excuse me. Let me trifle through my friend's pockets.
He looks at you as you clearly pickpocketed for some spare cash, just shaking his head in disagreement. Oh my freaking god!
Here you go. Here's my 5 and here's his 5.
He takes the 10 combined gold and puts it into his pocket again. However, he puts it in his pocket. He says, "Thanks. Head up to your room."
Indeed. And then I pick up Guy and carry him.
Make me a strength check.
Okay. To be fair, it's going to be a bridal carry. No!
I was just going to assume you would drag him.
Tora, are you back yet?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure you're listening to this craziness.
Altogether, it's a 7.
Oh my god. So you're not able to lift Guy for whatever reason. Maybe it's the extra alcohol weighing him down. Maybe it's the fact that his body's just gone limp. So you have 2 options. You can either drag him by his shoulders or by his feet. What do you do?
I'll drag him by his feet.
Oh my god.
Oh!
So how you drag him by his feet, you have to drag him up the stairs. You hear thunk as his head hits each individual step.
Yep, dragging him along.
Oh, I'm not done. Hold on. Hold on. As you drag him up the stairs. Guy, roll for me. I need you to roll for damage. Actually, no, I would roll for damage, right? In this case, who would roll for damage here? Hang on, I gotta count the number of steps. I really wish I could turn the flashlight on when I was in this.
I think something like that, it would just be 1, if that. That's not a roll,
7, 8,
or I wouldn't
9,
rule it
10.
as a roll.
Hold on. Okay, so 10 steps. So I think, do I roll it?
I would think it's just 1 damage per stair.
Yeah.
I was about to just roll. I know. Okay, that's 10 damage.
That is.
I was gonna roll it. That will kill him.
Okay, no, we're not gonna
No,
kill
it
him.
won't. It
Roll
won't.
1d10.
It will not.
That's what I was going to do. I was gonna roll a d10.
It will not kill me. I will.
So yeah.
Depending on whether we did the full, if we got full health back between sessions, I'll either have 2 or 4 HP left.
Well, it's not. Well, it wouldn't be between sessions. It would be between resting points.
Yeah.
So
I have 2 remaining.
Here's what.
If
No,
that.
here's what I want you. I want you to roll a d10 for damage.
Okay.
Or I'll roll a d10 for damage. I just don't know who rolls it in this case. I don't know if it would be the
I can
DM or the
roll.
player.
I already did.
Maybe.
The one time you don't want to crit.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I guess the universe just said to you, no, he will take all the damage. I'm like, okay, fine. All right, so yes, he drags up the stairs, a thunk, 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 thunk. As you hear his head beat against the stairs and the floor, and you drag him across the floor, as you hear this dragging of his head against the wooden floor. The bartender clearly leaning over to watch you go up the stairs the whole way, just with this unbelievable look on his face of just, what the did we just let into our tavern?
Okay, now which door did she say it was? The second door to the left?
Second door to the left. So you make a full, no, right. I'm sorry. I messed up. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely don't open one of those doors. That ain't gonna end well for you, Chief. All right, so you open. Yep. Yes, I love that feature. They've gotten that fixed now. It was buggy in the day. You see 2 beds, nicely made, soft and warm. Which bed do you pick, Tordek, and which bed do you throw him into?
Tordek, and I throw him into this one that I'm standing on.
All right, so.
Do you want me to roll to drag him into the bed?
No, I think he's taking enough punishment for one day. I'll be merciful.
Punish him.
So you both lay down.
Please no.
So you both get a short rest. So go ahead and roll to replenish health. I'm going to adjust the day so it becomes morning.
I'm laying the wrong way, but we're about it.
Alright, so Pelicans
You're a
have
dwarf. You're just like
10.
bed. Flop.
Okay, so what do we roll? A D10?
You roll your
Hit die.
yeah, whatever that counts as.
Yep, I'm gonna. It's replenishes your hit points, which is basically your HP. So call it your HP die.
Okay, so with a with a 5 on that, how much do I have?
You have 2.
So 7 total. Okay, I can work with
You
that.
have 7 health. Yeah, I got you. There you go. So you guys end up going to sleep. All right.
I didn't roll mine.
And you get a quick short rest. So you're gonna wake up basically at sunrise. Okay. So.
All right. So what do I roll? A D10 then? Oh, hit dice. 1d8. Sorry. Let me get rid of that.
Don't worry, I won't count that. You're fine.
Okay. Well, it was the wrong die to roll anyway. Also. But I have my full HP, so how does that work?
It doesn't.
You're
already
pointless, but it was there.
You're already maxed. You can't really do more than that.
So, if anything, it replenishes your spell slots and all your reactive spells. Ridiculous lightning abilities. All right, so as you guys sleep, okay. Hang on.
No, it doesn't. I still have 2 because it's a long rest, not a short rest. So I still only have 2 left on that use.
Hang on.
Under features and traits at the bottom. I think. I can use it a total of 3. I used it once in our battle.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. Hang on. I'm just trying to find.
Wrath of Storms at the bottom. Under features
Yep.
and traits.
I'm trying to find a good. That's why I wish I could import in all the tavern music from Warcraft, to be honest. Some of them have some great daily tavern music. That'll work. All right, so. You guys end up sleeping for a good. Let's find out how long. 3 hours.
I
So
thought.
you sleep for 3 hours.
Okay.
All right. You wake up. Okay. So obviously, what do? You hear tavern goers downstairs, by the way, and clearly the tavern's a bit more lively now.
I wake up and check to see if Guy Crimson is awake.
Guy, go ahead and make me a Constitution save real quick.
Oh, all right. And that plus. Hang on. Where is it? Okay, yeah. The 7 plus 2, that's 9.
So you begrudgingly, and I mean begrudgingly, wake up.
Ugh.
Seems like that alcohol knocked you on your ass, Guy.
My head is in absolute agony.
As you clearly feel your head, you notice that there is a large bump on the back side.
Did someone hit me?
Well, to be fair, I had to drag your ass up the stairs into the room, and you hit your head on every stair as I drug you up here.
Just admit it.
And
My God.
do you believe there wasn't a better way to do that?
To be fair, you were a bit harder to carry than I expected, so I had to drag you.
And you dragged me in a way that I smashed my head against each stair.
It was unavoidable. Now,
Yes,
start our day.
clearly unavoidable by every means.
Tordek, not listening to a word he says after he said it was unavoidable, heads to the door.
God damn it. God. All right, so. You guys head on out of your room, okay? This is, now, just a quick little update. This room will be your acting living quarters so long as you're able to make your daily payment in the next 3 days of 10 gold.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
Oh.
we should head down to the tavern, the main tavern floor, and see what all the fuss is about. Sounds pretty lively.
They're clearly open. I don't see why this wouldn't be expected. Okay, I've got to use the cutoff thing again. There we
Yep.
go. So I stop phasing through walls and ceilings.
I would like to make an observation check as I enter the main floor of the tavern.
Oh, this place is actually pretty busy. Yeah. You did a really good job setting all this up.
Thank you. All right, so that is a, what is that?
18.
Okay. So you notice there are plenty of lively individuals. There's still a drunken dwarf unconscious at the end of the bar, named Silence Joe. There are other normal matrons around the bar, and you notice that Nuuli, who you still haven't quite figured out what her job is here, is currently scurrying between tables as you notice a bard, now a visible musician, playing some music.
Hang on. Where is that bard? Whoops.
He is around the corner at the tavern. I mean, by the fireplace.
Oh my god, I can see through walls. I'm kidding.
I think we should attempt to wake that other dwarf.
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry? We should attempt to what?
I said, I think we should attempt to wake that other dwarf.
The bartender, who's in the exact same spot he was 3 hours ago, doesn't even look at you and says, I wouldn't do that.
And why wouldn't we?
He doesn't respond. He just says, that's all he's gonna say.
Your choice. I'm actually going to look at the papers on the floor, or if they're on the floor.
Make me an investigation check. Where did I put those?
It landed on his head.
I missed that.
Investigation, that would be a 10 total.
Okay, so you can't quite figure out what these are, but they appear to be muzzled? I can't think of the word. Let's just say old and faded offers for rewards for different missions and quests. The bartender, noticing what you're doing, says, that's the quest, the call board. Sometimes things come in, sometimes they don't. Anything on the floor is old or we just don't care about.
Thank you.
Can I make a check on the papers on the floor?
Sure, go for it. Dang. T-Bone coming up with those thick numbers today. Woo-hoo.
Absolutely.
So what would that be? Perception again, or what?
Investigation.
Yeah, it's intelligence.
So that would be an 18.
Okay, so as you muzzle through the papers, you notice some of these are for previously jobs that were posted that are quite old. However, one paper in particular gets your attention as you're able to make it out. It appears that it was tacked to the board very haphazardly and not with any time to spare, so it fell off. You pick it up and it says the following. Hang on. Yeah, that'll work. All right, and you see, this was written on it. Times are tough already. Noah's nature's walks have been the same since things started, running amok in the abandoned mines down yonder. And if not for one running horror tours. Some gold and one free tour for the first to slay the beast. Noah's Nature Walk Co. The quest is... Yes, I know. So that's the old English thing. Here's what you guys need to know. So this quest, if you chose to accept it, essentially is a working mine has been abandoned ever since a cult of Tormak rose amongst the workers. If Tormak's cultists weren't bad enough, now one has claws. Given that, a creature's now dwelling within the abandoned shaft, threatening all those who walk in its vicinity. So basically, you are going to be going to one of what was supposed to be a mine shaft and was abandoned due to a creature getting loose. If you choose to speak with a quest.
Wait, did you mentioned a cult as well?
Possibly. I have to look something up while you do that. So, is that in the thing?
Rid mine occult creatures, what I wrote down on my notebook.
Or,
all right.
Yes, it's basically... Hang on. Page...
None of my previous notes saved for whatever reason, but I have this now. I pick it up and I accept this quest.
We have one to finish.
Yes, but we will keep this in our back pocket for later.
So, to have some context, a Tormax essentially is a subverted bugbear with a disease that makes them essentially into killing machines.
Not capable of reason. Gotcha.
Yep, basically. Or at least will need to be pacified of some sort.
Side note, Cam sent me a message that said, beat their ass, shock them, rock them.
So, the person in question who posted this was, the business name is, Noni's Nature Walks. Okay? That's
Hang on,
the person in question who has posted it.
N-O, how do I spell that?
N-O-N-I. Noni's, I think that's how you say that, to be honest.
N-A-T-U-R-E-W-A-L-K. Alright. Nice. Before we go doing that, perhaps we should report our success to, I don't remember her name.
The priestess of the chapel, which was
No.
Silversong.
No, not her. The merchant lady in charge of the farm.
Oh, the merchant lady. Yes. That would be... Yeah, hang on. Holly Tradeswind.
Holly Tradeswind, thank you.
Yeah.
O-L-Y-T-R-A-S-W-I-N. Even if it's wrong, at least I'll have it correct vocally.
Yep.
I think before we report this, we should collect our reward from the nun. Well, not necessarily our reward, but the loot from the bandits.
You can go do that. I will report completion.
Before you leave, Mini Mischief comes up to see how everyone's doing, naturally going from table to table, trying to get people to smile, being a decent host, and catches you guys around the corner. Ah, you're awake, and I see your friend there with a horrible hangover. Why does he have a giant lump on the side of his head? As she gets distracted by the giant bump on the side of his head.
He may be lacking intelligence.
You see, I had to drag him up the stairs as I was not able to carry him at the time.
And
Why didn't you
clearly
ask
he
the bartender
decided
to
the
help you?
best. And clearly he decided the best way to do that was to smack my head against the stairs.
Mini Mischief looks
Every
at you
one
with
of 'em.
with a look, with another raised eyebrow and kind of a look of disbelief of like, huh? With her nose scrunched. And then she says, you could have just asked Bolvard over there to help you.
To be fair, he doesn't
Or-
seem like the type.
Doesn't seem
Or-
like the type. He'll help you. You just have to ask him. Bolvard looks up. He just shakes his head no and goes back to polishing his mug.
Or Tordek
See,
could
I
have
told
dragged
you.
me up the opposite way instead of slamming my head on each of the stairs.
Hold on, she says. Wait. You dragged him up by his feet?
I did, yes.
Ugh. Clearly not the brightest bulb, but something I can work with at least. Anyway, listen,
As
before
I
you two
said,
take off, I need
he
to
may
show
be
you
lacking
something.
intelligence.
Can you wait here a second?
Hmm.
Of
Yes.
course.
Okay. She runs back down, opens the door to the basement, slinging it open, slamming it against the wall, runs in and slams it behind her. As you wait, what do you do?
I think we should.
Acquire a morning food. That's my
I
plan.
was gonna. I'm gonna look around the bar.
Okay. So, Guy's going to look around, get some morning food, and and Tordek's going to look around the bar. Guy, so you walk up, and what do you ask the bartender?
Cheapest breakfast meal you have.
It depends. Do you want the Waffle House special, or do you want the stacked pancakes?
Whatever is cheaper.
Fair enough. He reaches down underneath the counter and without any explanation whatsoever, pulls out a full Waffle House meal, and I mean Waffle House meal, and plops it down in front of you, containing 2 waffles, 2 eggs, a thing of sausage, and a side of OJ, and slides it to you on a tray. Enjoy. And goes back to polishing his
you.
mug. He said, and before you could dig in, he says, however, before you start eating, that'll be 1 gold piece.
Yeah, you and I were on the same track because I was going to pay before I took it.
Ah, okay.
Now, reaching into his bag. Wait a moment. This is not what I had previously. I hand over the gold piece and... Did something happen to me?
The bartender looks at you. The bartender looks at you, takes the gold piece, says, "Yeah, something did." He puts it in the same pocket from last night, and then goes back to polishing his mug.
Okay, so hang on. Okay, he's over there in the socializing area, which is where I'm going to be walking off to.
You leaving your food there?
No,
You're
of course
not gonna eat?
Well, no, of course I take it. I'm just walking over to the other area.
Okay.
Okay. While he's over there doing that and walking over here and all that good stuff, I talked to the tiefling who gave me the drink, or gave us the drink.
The tiefling, what do you say to her?
What was her name again?
Nuoli.
Excuse me, Miss Nuoli. That was a pretty decent drink.
Nuoli looks over. She smiles, but doesn't say anything.
May I ask what you did to make that concoction?
Nuoli looks at you inquisitively and kind of just doesn't know how to respond. If anything, can't respond. Luckily, one of the patrons, Mindy, who's standing next by after getting her drink served to her, as Nuoli flat out ignores how to respond to you and walks around you, she says, "Lad, I hate to break it to you, but she's completely mute. She can't talk."
Really?
God, what the heck? Why can't I move? Aye, she is. Completely and 100%. What in the world? Something's wrong. I can't move. I am built mode by mistake? No. There we go. It jammed up for a second. That was weird. Alright. Aye, she can't understand a word of... She can understand everything you're saying. Heck, there's theories here that some of us think she can speak almost 3 or 4 or 5, even up to 6 different languages. But she's completely mute. Can't say a word. Bless the poor girl's heart.
Do you happen to know if she was mute all her life, or if this was some sort of event that caused her to be mute?
Can't tell you, lad. All I know is that one day she showed up here, completely drenched in sweat and blood, and that's it. She cream fell in. Then Minnie Mischief, God bless the soul that she is, brought her downstairs and fixed her up.
I see.
After that, that's all we know. But I can tell you right now, she was mute as soon as she arrived here.
I appreciate the information. Thank you.
No problem, laddie. Nothing more to help out a nice, hairy young child. Turns out.
Excuse me, but I am not a child. I am a dwarf.
She looks back at a dwarf. She looks
Yes,
over
a
at who you
dwarf.
assume to be her husband. Joshua, you ever heard of a dwarf before? I think they mean those little tiny things that run around the forest and they have pointy ears.
No, that's an elf.
Elf?
I'm not an elf.
Are you sure that's not a sprite? No, now you're confusing it with Smurfs. What the bloody hell's a Smurf?
Tordek,
I'm now-
mad. Tordek is now at this point fuming, and you can see his visible frustration as he turns around and just walks away.
I'm imagining.
As you walk away.
I'm imagining.
As you walk
Sorry. I'm.
wait, hold on, pause. Guy, make me a charisma, make me a dex save. Because you're
Okay.
standing right there, he's pissed, he does not see you, and you're carrying a tray full of food.
Okay. No.
All right. Roll high. All right. Let
I'm
me.
gonna let you re-roll it. Hang on, I'm gonna let you re-roll it because that roll got cucked because it's stuck on the upper level. So roll it outside of the building.
Yeah, roll it outside, please. I don't want your breakfast to be no more.
18.
That's better. 18. You were able to swiftly and gracefully dodge your fuming dwarf friend as he stomps past you. Now, Tordek, make me a dex save.
Tordek.
Okay.
Tordek, sorry, Tordek.
Yep. There's that glitchiness you were mentioning. I heard it like actually do the
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh my god. All right.
That.
What? So first of all, tell me you get to roll again. You make it, but you get to roll again. So roll again for me. This is a house rule that I'm applying, by the way. I picked this up from another DM, where anytime you roll a 20, you will roll
yeah.
3 times. Yes. If you
Felix
roll
and
3
Dingo
times,
Doodles.
Yeah, exactly. I loved his idea. That's such a good concept to use 20s in a creative way. Okay, so you definitely make the save from basically bumping into the guy that's next to you or anyone else as you storm past by. However, you're in such a blind rage that you fail to see the door open up to the next of you, hits you, and you go flying into the table next to you. And bump it. Luckily, not spilling anything. However, the 2 individuals that are at that table are clearly annoyed with your presence.
I'm actually kind of what I was trying to say earlier is that I was kind of imagining this whole entire discussion of what the heck's a dwarf is now slowly spreading to the entire place.
Yes, and people are now talking more and more about what the heck a dwarf is, everything else.
Despite the one that
comes
there's
up and sees.
the one in the corner. There's one in the corner and they don't even
So Minion comes up holding a bag in one hand and sees a dwarf that has basically been pushed into the side of a table by her. Says, terribly sorry, I didn't spill anything, did I, ladies and gentlemen? The 2 individuals go over with smiles on their face now, immediately changing their mood, saying, no, everything's fine, like, good. I'll have Nuoli bring over some fresh drinks if you guys need them. And she grabs you by the arm, says, walk, and pushes you basically towards the bar.
I mean, my goal of coming over to this half of the building was to get to Tordek, and I guess I'm just following him around now.
I apologize for that.
Are you eating your breakfast while you're walking around, or what's the deal?
Yeah, what is the deal there?
Not yet. I still have something to talk to Tordek about.
That's fair. That's all well and good, Crimson. Here, put your meal down there. You can eat there while I show you guys what I have for you. She takes a bag and plops it down on the counter. Tora, what do you say?
Whoa, wait, hang on. Tora's here?
Apparently, I didn't know this.
Yes, she drops this bag on the counter. What do you say?
Oof.
What was that? What's in that bag?
That Mini Mischief climbs up on a stool, basically like almost like a little child would, hops over the counter, throws down the rest of the bag, is a talking head. You see before you a Warforged head with green hair, pointy ears, and that's it. Completely decapitated, but alive and working. Only so shocked, Lily steps back, throwing 2 of her concoction potions in the air as they basically land on the counter straight up.
Watch it.
What in the world is that?
It's a Warforged head, Minnie says again. Didn't you hear me the first time?
Indeed, but why?
I don't unfortunately I don't have a workable model, but just give me 1 second. Just hold on. I can actually come up with something. Just give me 1 moment, okay? Props. It'd be in props. Come on, you get. Oh my god, how do we not have decapitated head yet in this game? That's such BS. We'll just use a sack for now. Hold on. Give me 1 sec.
Ooh,
Wait,
big sack.
Where did that...
That's definitely big enough to... Big jug.
Did it go on
Yeah,
the
that's
second
definitely
floor?
enough.
Where'd it go?
It's okay. It's Tikwe's big sack.
It's
See it.
it's floating right above Tordek's head. And it's
I
a
don't
jug,
even
not a
see it.
sack.
Oh. Hang on.
I don't even
That's
see that.
my bad.
Aw, Tikwe's big sack is gone.
I have my
Come on,
cutoff layer just a little bit higher than yours then.
Okay. So
Can I see
that's
it?
the best I can do for right now. So just pretend there's a head that you guys can actually see.
That's
okay?
fine.
Okay. And now I wish there was decapitated heads in this game because what I can do is watch this. You guys are gonna love this. They added this feature and I get to use this. I can take any object and turn it into. Hang on.
Another sack.
Nope. Turn it into a player creature.
Oh, that's cool.
And now I can give Tora control of said object.
Oh, that's neat.
And she can name it and do whatever she wants. Tora, your health essentially is,
How do I
let's see,
name it?
head, Tor. Just right click. I just gave you player perm, so now you can customize and put all your stats on it. However, since you are just a disembodied Warforged head, all of your stats are decreased by the number of components needed for you to be a complete thing. So basically, take any of your numbers and divide it by 6. No, 5.
I'm
my
sorry.
bad.
Repeat that.
So you know how you have a head, a body, basically, like, you know, your core, 2 arms and 2 legs. You basically are made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objects. So you have the head right now. So you will divide all your stats by 5 since you are just a head. Every time you acquire a new piece, you will then be able to add, you'll be able to move that number down to 4.
Wait,
so you will then
I divided by 6 because there's 6 pieces.
Yeah, but you have the head, so it's only 5. You gotta start somewhere.
5. Yeah, no, divided by 6. Head, torso,
Fine, 6.
leg, arm.
Fine, 6. Okay.
At least she's getting
And I
head
round
life.
down, correct? Do I round down or do I round up?
You
Yes.
round, so you're gonna round up. Go and round up.
Okay.
Because otherwise you'll have some really, really low numbers. So as you round up. So while you're entering all your stuff in, you should see a stat block where you can do all of that, where all of things you can do that. So I'm gonna do some more exposition with some lore. This, as Limity Mischief leans on the head, like eventually, like if it were essentially a coffee table, is a Warforged head, gentlemen. And yes, it does talk and it does speak. Sorry for scaring you, New Only. New Only's still kind of flabbergasted at what she's seeing. Step back a second. She's new. She smiles as she says that. Anywho, and she rolls her eyes. This head right here is in my possession for quite some time now. I don't remember where I picked it up. I'm all over the place if you haven't told. The point is, you'll be...
God, wait, no, I can't do that for intelligence. I'll have 1 intelligence.
You gotta do it. You've got to do it.
Damn it.
Okay, no, actually no, exclude intelligence because nothing can have below 6 intelligence. Otherwise, you're just basically a random creature with no, basically you're just a slime at that point. So go ahead and set your
Exactly.
Yeah. So no, set your intel to 6, and then we'll increase
I
it as
imagine
we
go.
go.
all the intelligence is stored in the brain.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why
I
it's
would-
full intelligence.
Yeah, I would just let her keep it the same. Head and all,
Yeah, keep
brain.
keep the intelligence the same. Everything else gets changed. I'll let you keep your wisdom too because wisdom is based upon exposure over time, not body parts. So wisdom and
Thank
intellect
you.
are fine.
Wisdom
You're welcome.
isn't determined by body parts. I love that. You know what?
Yeah. Put it in quotes.
Love that.
Wisdom is not determined by body parts. It's due to a lack of body parts because the more stuff you lose, the wiser you get.
All right. So then,
Hang on,
All
I'm
right.
putting that in quotes right now. Hang on.
If things are working, I was
is
in the
not
middle of it.
determined by a lack of body parts. DapperDice. I love it.
Do I divide my AC as well?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I would say AC takes a large hit.
Yes, you get a big hit. So,
Okay. What was my pass?
so yes, this beautiful beauty is what I got essentially on some of my journeys, or someone used it to pay for beer. I don't remember, to be honest. All I remember is that we got it, and I've been holding on for some time. However, after your astute observation of me last night, Master Dwarf, I figured, maybe this would be useful for you guys on your journey. I already noticed the fact you're taking one of those quests, as she obviously points to the piece of paper in your hand for one of the bounties.
Yes.
Do you mind if I...
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you mind if I see it? She motions a hand out to, and motions if she can take the paper from you just to read it.
Why, of course. And then Tordek hands her the paper.
She takes the paper, strokes her chin a little bit, and then scratches behind her head. Looking over the piece of paper, she goes, interesting. I honestly haven't heard of this business. They must be new in town. Go and check the row of houses you saw when you first came into town if you're looking for any of those details on that. There's got to be someone over there who can tell you what you're going to be going up against. And if it is what I think it is, she squints and looks. She goes, oh, Tormac Rose. You guys know how to fight bugbears, right?
I can hold my own.
I've fought many a creature in my life. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Right. All I know is that basically they're giant, muscly, and hairier than a carpet. No, I got a better line. Sorry. I don't know is they're big, muscly, and they're hairier than a dwarf's carpet. Not that I would know.
What did you say about my carpet?
The exclamation point.
The head is getting
How do I
very
change
weird.
the name of the sack?
What did you say, Tora?
She wants to change the name of the sack.
Oh, whoops! I didn't hide it. My bad.
I mean, I can't change Guy's name
you
either.
Should be able to. Hold on. Make unique player perms. I'll change it. I can do it. It's TIQWAE.
No, hang on. T-I-K.
TIKWE.
WE. Okay. No.
Well, that's definitely different than how I spelled it. I spelled it with a QU instead of a K.
I had an A in there.
Well then.
Okay. So.
Your bag of Tikwe has arrived.
Oh my god. Let the puns commence. Okay. So. Now, one of you will need to carry around the Warforged head in some way or capacity. There are a few rules. You might want to write these down. The Warforged head cannot do anything without aid unless she rolls for it, and you would have to roll high, Tora. Okay?
Oh,
so
I'm
she will
aware
need to be
because I have a
carried.
negative to everything.
Oof. Now, you will need to keep your eyes peeled for any objects that might be helpful to either rebuild the Warforged or find her original body parts. They are going to be scattered all over the place, if not, maybe in different locations. Okay? You can bring the head to anyone who has high arcana knowledge of the multiverse, aka sages, wizards, and blacksmiths.
Alright. I'll take the head, and, this is probably going to sound a bit weird, but I'm going to tie the pseudo hair that she has. Hang on, let me pull up the mini on the screen. Yeah, there's a little bit of hair on her head there, onto my belt.
Okay.
Actually, it's plants, but okay.
It's pseudo hair. It works. It's the same function. At least that's how I'm thinking of it.
So for right now, Tora, so however you want to handle the mini is up to you, okay? If you want to keep it off the board, just that way you feel you've got something on the board, or just keep it attached to Guy the best you can, all right? Because I want you to be able to interact with the board a little bit.
All right.
So, gentlemen, what are you doing? You still, just to give you a recap, you now have a quest that you have picked up from the bounty board. You are from the call board. Sorry. You also have to still check in with the nun to get your reward from killing those bandits.
Okay, so here's my plan of our immediate plan of action.
Mm-hmm.
Step 1, I hand the dishes back to the barkeep. Step 2,
By the way, roll for me. Roll 2 d6s to figure out how much health you get from that, because you just ate a full, very, very comfort food meal that was loaded
Oh
with
boy.
cornstarch.
I almost rolled inside again. I'm not doing that.
7. You're back to full health.
Yay!
Yes, so you've replenished your health to full after eating such a delicious meal. Mini Mischief knows what you took and like, I see, you got the Waffle House special. Yeah, I think I saw somebody named the Woodland Tiger there once. I don't know. We played a weird game that involved sticks and really tiny balls.
So, all right.
Interesting.
So, Mini Mischief obviously hops back down onto the stool, then onto the ground. She basically claps her hands together. Okay, well, that's all I got. Try not to start any bar fights while I'm gone.
Before you go,
I never start a fight.
who is that dwarf behind the bar there, kind of passed out? He's been here since we arrived.
Mini Mischief looks over at the dwarf. Oh, Silent Joe? He got here last week. He stumbled in the door, and that's all we know. Granted, that door can be really, really interesting sometimes. But yeah, he just showed up, basically drank 3 beers, and passed out. Mentioned something about Valhalla, I guess? I don't know. He's an odd duck, but again, don't wake him up. Seriously. And again, she says, as she walks away, then she says, seriously, don't wake him up.
But why?
The boulevard looks up and says, just don't do it. Goes back to polishing his mug.
Kind of makes me want to wake him up, to be fair.
Mini Mischief clearly goes down, opens the door, slams open, slams it behind her. No one even fazed by the noise, and everyone goes back to their merrymaking and drinking as if it was completely normal.
Tordek.
I think we'll leave him for now.
Okay.
Tordek.
Yes,
We should, as I'm handing the dishes over to Barkeep and Newoli, we should turn in our previous quest before accepting a new one. We can return here after we finish, and I will go report to Holly Tradesman, and you will talk to the nun about that. And
yes, I shall, but don't expect any sharing of the loot, unless I'm feeling generous.
yes, about precious valuables. Some pocket money of mine seems to have gone missing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, make.
Deception versus insight? Is that what's going to go on?
Yes, go for it. Inception versus insight.
Deception versus insight. Okay.
Roll, gentlemen.
God damn it! Why in the... why is this happening? Where did my dice go?
High roller today, baby.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Ah.
so you completely believe him. No argument whatsoever. Completely gullible to everything.
Something
You guys
must
just
have
roll
been...
dice.
No, I was rolling one to just annihilate my dice from the board.
Got it. I got you. I do dice clears quite frequently, so don't worry about losing dice or keeping kind of where you roll. Just grab more, and I'll clear it. Okay. Just
All right, sounds good.
All right.
So you guys are leaving the tavern.
Yes.
All right.
Must have
Go ahead.
been robbed in my sleep.
Let us. I am going to head over to the nun at the church now.
All right. I'd recommend you guys both go over, by the way. It also, just as a pro tip, one thing, and Tor will tell you this, and Mega will too, is keeping the player characters together on a map of this size or in Talespire actually really helps. When you start to separate, things get really complicated really fast because I have to swap between different locations. And keep in mind, you will not hear conversations if you're not together. Your player characters won't.
I mean, that was fine. I was planning to, like, split this up, get it done in one fell swoop, come back, then accept the new quest.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, so head on over. Also, as far as for context reasons, Shem is currently going to be placed in the tavern for the time being. Okay?
Also, for context, even though Guy is coming with me, in the technicality to keep it easier, are we still technically, like, split up at this point?
No, you're not.
Okay.
And like I said, I'd rather we don't get into splitting groups up quite yet.
I figured you could
Alright.
we could complete one thing, and then do the other. But all right.
All right, hold on. I need to.
Oh, and Tora,
Hold on. I gotta.
you don't be afraid to talk, okay?
I'm not afraid
Yeah.
to talk.
You are a talking head, so by all means, you can chime in whenever you want.
Oh no, I know.
Okay.
I'm aware.
I need to.
Tikwe only has 6 intelligence.
That's fair. I need to change the atmosphere real quick. I don't have an atmosphere block out here for this yet. I still need to make my shortcuts.
All right, it's that way. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting which way it is.
Oh, I made it town day already. Okay, so. Hang on. Forest. I thought I hit tavern day. Oh, whoops. Okay, well then we're just gonna do forest day.
Changing the
All right,
atmospheric
so
music.
as you walk out of the tavern, hold on, I'm getting there. As you walk out of the tavern, okay, there we go. All right, the music stops as soon as you walk out the door, deadpan, and you not hear the forest yet again. The town is alive and wake and lively, but you don't see too many people walking around. As there's only the tavern behind you, 3 buildings. As you showed up early at night and couldn't quite get your bearings, you see 3 buildings across the what appears to be a courtyard and a fountain, and you see the church to your left. You go to the chapel, obviously, and you walk up to see the nun. The nun automatically recognizes, the adventurers from earlier this morning. Yes, we've collected the personal effects for you. She hands over a giant burlap sack of stuff and plops it down. She says, inside you will find 4 sets of commoners' clothes, 2 light crossbows, and 2 scimitar swords.
Hang on. I'm going to open up my character sheet if it will let me, and start marking this down in the inventory.
Oh, you haven't divvied it up yet.
Yeah.
She says, all of those items in particular are probably worth some serious money. You could sell them at the blacksmith across the courtyard. She points across to a building covered in pipes.
Guy.
Hang
if it's
on.
all the same to
Can you point that out to me real quick? Is that just... Okay, never mind. I see it.
Yeah, red roof, bunch of pipes. Sorry, I said red roof, bunch of pipes.
Okay,
If you
yeah,
go
I
over
see
there,
it now.
I'm sure he'll
Thanks.
give you a fair price for those objects that you have acquired from killing them. Or, sorry, apprehending them. She corrects herself.
So you said how many sets of clothes?
4 sets of clothes. Okay. I'll tell you the worth of each one. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So 4 sets of clothes, each 5 silver pieces each, totaling up to a set of 20 silver pieces. The 2 scimitars are 25 gold per scimitar, so 50 gold total, and the 2 crossbows are also 25 gold pieces total. So no, each total, so another 50 gold pieces total. Yes, you guys just got a lot of money.
Okay, and hang on. The sets of clothes are... You said how many silver each?
5 silver each.
Okay. And the scimitars were...
25 apiece.
Okay.
And then how many crossbows too?
The crossbows were the same price, and that means 50 went together.
So 25 gold as well for the crossbows.
Yep. Yep.
I just realized we currently don't have a lot of ranged options, do we?
I have a crossbow.
Okay, then.
It's just not equipped.
All right.
You can choose to keep one of the crossbows. Keep in mind that you did not get any arrows with the ammunition, with the weapons. She didn't have any arrows. So
well, if you've got
need
crossbow,
purchase
you can
ammo.
be a ranged man.
I already have one, as well as I have 20 bolts. So
yeah, so you still need to purchase ammunition.
How many shots do you think we're going to use, DM?
I started with 20 bolts.
I know, but he also didn't fire his crossbow at anybody in that fight, if I recall.
Indeed.
That's if, and we're only going to need to purchase if we plan on getting any. If we plan on using them.
Can I inspect all of the loot to see if there's anything special about it?
Sure.
It's not gonna be.
Oh my god.
Holy moly!
Hey, clerics!
Yeah, so regardless, it's over. Regardless, it's over 20.
As you take the bag from the nun, you open up and pull out the weapons and swords. However, you notice something specific about. Hang on. I need to roll, but I don't want you guys to see what I roll. Come here. I need a dice tower. Oh.
Bad roll, I'm guessing.
No. No.
Did you get a nat 20?
Yeah, I did. Okay, here's what happens. So, you look through the weapons, you find the 2 crossbows are standard crossbows. The scimitars, on the other hand, are engraved with different types of markings that seem to appear to count towards some kind of ranking system. On top of that, the handles are enlaced with gold. And the pommels contain a mysterious gem. The guard, noticing this, looks over and says, "Those aren't thief scimitars." She looks at them. "Are you sure those were on them?" She goes, "As plain as the crow, as true as the crow's flies, that's what we pulled from them." The guard looks again. "Huh. I would definitely get those appraised by someone who knows what they're talking about. Or at least a weaponsmith and has them take a good look over. But yes, those are definitely valuable." So yes, these weapons are very valuable. Probably more than what they actually are, but you're not sure as to why or what the components that make them up are specifically.
All right.
And I'm guessing the clothes are just normal clothes at this point.
Clothes are just normal clothes. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, they're
You pull out the clothes and they're normal clothes. Nothing special about them. The same kind of stuff you find at a Goodwill. Oh, let me rephrase. Same thing you would find at a hospice care chapel.
Oh no. Okay, that's a bit dark, but all right.
I honestly don't expect them to have much of value.
So they didn't have any gold on them at all. They just had this.
Nope, that's all they had. The nun says, "Unfortunately, any gold that is found on the corpses is property of the church, just due to the fact that they probably stole it from somewhere else."
Understandable.
Sensible.
I appreciate your understanding. Now, she says, "Master Dwarf, Master Fighter, Nicholas, I'll be taking my leave. The lady calls for me." As she opens the doors just enough to slip in, you are not able to see what's going on inside. The guard then walks and stands directly in front of the door, or moves over to the side to guard the door, but does not. And that's, yeah, just like that. There you go.
Well, Guy, I think we should have these scimitars appraised.
Scimitars? What?
Scimitars.
Scimitars!
I think he's doing it on purpose.
I'm
Okay.
not doing it on purpose. That's what. Okay, that's what I call them. Anyway, I think we should have these appraised.
Yes, I do agree.
And then Tordek makes his way down the stairs, heading off onto the road.
The other way. The other way here is.
Out of character, I highly suggest you follow me.
You highly what?
I highly suggest you follow me for a minute.
All right, but I'm gonna ask, where are you going?
I am heading over to get these scimitars appraised. But now that we're away from any ears, I want to make a perception check just to make sure we're alone, or at least nobody's within earshot.
I mean, I'd imagine those 2 guys near the fountain would be, or they're nearby.
What do you make you're making the perception check for what?
To make sure nobody is within earshot of me.
And you rolled a 13 plus what?
Oh.
That would be. Is it my perception, my passive, or is it my wisdom modifier? Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
16.
All right, so you are still within earshot of the guards where you're currently standing. You will need to at least move away another 15 feet away. So essentially, Divide 15 by 3, so 3 more spaces.
I think you should follow me over here, guy.
And Tora, yeah, feel free to chime in whenever you want. You are essentially able to see everything they see. You're just being... You're
No,
just
I like
tied
to
to the
think
side
that
of...
I'm in the bag.
Huh?
I like to think I'm in the bag.
You're not, though.
You're not, though.
Damn.
Because I can't do a disembodied head. So just pretend that the bag is a head. I don't have access to such a thing.
You're
Now
just
that we're
you're tied to his waist by your hair,
Hair.
quotes.
pseudo hair.
So
Right
that's
hair,
what's going on.
waist.
Pseudo hair, you have plans for your hair. Pseudo is just a term saying that it
It's hair-like.
acts as hair. It
It's like a
acts as
wig.
hair.
It's basically a wig.
I basically asked whose waist I'm tied to. Is
Mine.
all I asked.
Mine, guy, red one, red jacket. There we go. We both have red on us. I just realized.
Red
Okay.
guy.
Well, one's got a red... Oh, yeah, never mind, yeah.
Red
I'm
beard
sorry,
and
Now-
red
I'm still
jacket.
waking up. I'm just kind of getting used to the world again right now.
You good?
Been a while.
Okay,
I'm just happy to have you back.
now that we're out of earshot of any guards, it seems something suspicious is going on inside that church.
Guy's kind of just listening to you right now. He's not saying anything.
Are you not curious as to what?
I am not.
Hmm.
So far as it stands, it is none of our business. We have no reason to get involved with them, one way or another.
If I were to know any better, I'd say they know a lot more than they're letting on. About all of the bandits and perhaps what is going on at the mill.
If you wish to aggravate individuals, you will do so on your own.
I am not going to aggravate anyone, but I believe we should be cautious.
Shrugs. Do as you please.
All right, then okay. Okay, I am going to go see about getting these scimitars appraised.
I point to the
I will-
smithy. Smithy's over that way.
All right. As soon as everything is sold, I will divvy up the loot.
You'll give the what? Sorry?
I said I will divvy up the loot.
Okay. And once that is done, we need to report to Holly.
Indeed.
I'm kind of working
Tordek.
down a mental checklist right now.
Tordek heads off towards Smithy. Which is what building again? Middle one?
Red roof. Which means I'm just gonna... Oh no, lawn care damage.
What?
Yeah, here it is. Red roof. It's in the center here, yep.
Yep. So
Hang on,
you
I'm
arrive at
cut out
what
of
appears
here.
to be the blacksmith's shop.
I imagine blacksmith noises are happening.
Yes, as you approach, hold on. You hear merchant noise and people hustling and bustling around the front of the buildings as people are starting to come out for their daily duties and work.
Excuse me, is there a blacksmith in here?
The adventuring natureman turns around to you and says, he might be on this forage. He'll be back here in a moment. What are your fine names?
My name is Tordek Stoutboots.
Nice to meet you, Tordek. And you, sir?
Dice, I just sent you a message. This would be quite... If you could read that, that'd be nice.
Okay. And what is your name, guy?
That will do.
Oh, well, if you insist. Yeah.
I'm Tikwe.
He looks around. Who just said that?
Me.
Gestures,
Head.
gestures to the waist.
He goes, my God! What
Hello.
infallible sorcery is this?
Hello.
I believe it's something called a warforge.
Ah, I've heard of
Mechanical-
those before, I think. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say, Keith? My
A
bad.
mechanical sphere with intelligence.
Hmm. I see. He leans down to inspect it. Very interesting. I'm guessing you're here to ask the blacksmith about this.
Among other
Yes.
things, yes.
Yes, among other things.
Where? There he is. 1 second. Okay, so as you walk up to...
Yeah.
1 second.
Okay.
One Mississippi.
Yeah, here it is. There we go.
8 Mississippi.
Okay, there we go. So, as you walk up, you hear a hammer hammering in there as you see this elf lady come up to essentially what appears to be the shop's front counter.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut down the building just a little bit more for this. Man, she's got a rough face.
An
Yeah,
elf
she
wa-
does.
Yeah, it's one of the pre-made models. I know they didn't do a lot of justice for some of the elves, but it's just a very chiseled demeanor. The elf walks up. An elf walks up behind the counter, and she asks, "What can I do for you guys?" In a very nice and easy, illustrious voice.
Selling first,
Well,
inquiries about the sentient machine later. Afterwards, I mean.
Yes.
I'm not going anywhere.
We are here for a couple reasons. First, I would like to have these scimitars appraised, as they look to be quite valuable.
You hand the scimitars to her. She takes them both from you with very little ease. Apparently, she's very strong. As she turns them both at the same time over in her hands, she eyes them down. As she studies them closer, her look of interest turns into that of inquisitive nature. As she begins to notice that these blades are not from here. Definitely not our work. Where'd you find them out of curiosity? She asks.
Some ruffians had acquired them from unknown areas.
Clearly stolen. She leans back. Honey, can you come take a look at these real quick? You hear the hammering stop. As you hear the townsfolk, you see a gruff demeanored individual come walking around the countertop that has filled with swords and all kinds of wares and tools.
Ah,
He
okay.
walks up behind her.
That's
He
where
goes,
he is.
Yeah. She turns around. You mind taking a look at these blades? He puts his hammer down on the ground, takes the blades, and looks over them. He puts one blade down on the counter next to him and looks over one specifically, holding up to take a look along the edge, as if it was almost like that of sighting a long-barreled object. He turns them over, looks at the pommel. He takes the gem physically out of the bottom and turns them over in his hands, and between his fingers. Puts the gem back in and turns it. And then flips it over. He goes, "Yep, these are elven. Looks like their crystals have been. Looks like their enchanted crystals have also been drained. No wonder these things were being used like this." He takes it and throws it on the table almost haphazardly, but does it in such a way to where it lands perfectly where it needs to be. He puts his hands on his belt, and he goes, "Yep, they're completely drained, like I said. But if you were able to get the power crystals recharged, those things would be mighty fine cutting tools. Though I would say that whoever was using them clearly did not know what they were doing." "Who had these again?" The wife responds. "Some ruffians." "Ah, that explains it. Wait, ruffians? How do they even get these?" You sure these didn't come in from the night market? No. He looks at him again, picks one up with one hand like if he was to wield it. Flips it around in his hand a couple times. Clearly he has training on how to wield such weapons, not only just craft them. Huh. Interesting. He looks up at the two of you. He puts the blade back down on the table. He goes, well, anything else you need from me? What you presume to be his wife at this point goes, nope, nothing at all. Goes, great. And goes back to his work.
I have no use of those weapons.
Neither do I. But
You sure?
he said those crystals on the bottom, if we charge them somehow, it would bring the weapon to its full potential, yes?
They would. She leans against the counter along her forearms. And with her, leans against the counter. They would, putting her elbows on the counter. But it's, you'd have to find the crystals. And there's no guarantee each crystal would work. I mean, there's rumors there are crystals that are power crystals around these parts, but I haven't seen them, quite frankly, since the mines had issues. Or at least when we tried to first prospect mining here, almost 2 different cases. In every single case, something's gone wrong. As she says that, the person behind you, like infected bugbears. Like infected bugbears.
Infected bugbears, you say?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, because we are possibly going to slay a bugbear.
First,
The explorer that's... Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Keith.
I'd like to get everything sold right now. Obtain the funds and finances.
So she says, would you guys... And she basically puts the scimitars back on the counter in front of her. Well, here are your swords back. Anything else you need from me?
Yes, how much are these worth in terms of gold?
Well, the normal scimitar's going rate's about 25 gold, but considering back these are elven, a bit rich for our blood. I don't even know if you could sell them here without losing a profit. Or making a loss. Hopefully you didn't spend a lot of money or time to get these.
No,
We didn't.
I think we will keep these scimitars for now and just sell these crossbows and clothes.
Oh, I don't take clothes, hon. You'll have to find someone else for that. But I do take crossbows. She takes the crossbows. They're in fine shape, all things considered. A little beat up. I'll give you 20 gold for each.
I will take it.
Yes, we will take it. We will
All right.
take 20 gold apiece.
Alright, hang on. I'm modifying my funds.
So now you guys have 40 gold. You can determine how you want to split that up.
50-50.
Yeah.
Then, as far as the clothes are concerned, any tradesperson in this town, most likely a merchant, would take those off your hand in a heartbeat. We just can't do anything with them here.
Understandable. Thank you. What wares do you have?
The usual lot. We got our swords, our hammers, a couple shields. Nothing crazy. Most of the blacksmithing stuff we make are for the guards, to be honest. We don't have a stables yet, so we haven't really gotten into what we're really supposed to be making, which is horseshoes. But until that happens, we're kind of stuck right now just making this. However, we do have a contract agreement with the local chapel over there, she points across, to work on helping fix the bridge that was destroyed along the river.
Interesting.
Yeah. Darn shame. And we desperately need to get that fixed.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to the bridge?
I don't know. All I know is we saw a bunch of lumbermen go out one day to go across the river to farm for logs. Half of them came back. Out of the half that came back, a bunch of them were poisoned. The other half were too scared stiff to speak. And out of the foreman honestly, out of the co-foreman, we can only surmise the other foreman died. All he said was, the forest literally attacked us. Or at least that's what he thought they said. He was speaking complete gibberish. Anyone you see now here is... Oh, sorry.
That sounds interesting indeed.
It is. It was a very eventful day. Luckily, my husband over there is a blacksmith. I don't have to worry about losing him out in this one-tamed wilderness, but I can't speak the same for my neighbors. That's why we're only able to get 3 houses up and why some people are crammed in these buildings every night because we don't have the wooden supplies to build more buildings.
A shame.
That sound. Yes, it is a shame. But while we are still here, may I take a look at your selection of hammers?
By all means, go right ahead. Make me a investigation check. Dear Lord.
Dear
That
God,
would be-
man, you are indestructible today in every way.
That would be intelligence, right?
Yes.
So that would, what was that, a 17? So that would be 18.
God, hold on a second.
Don't ask me how I'm pulling this off. I don't know.
So you're able to see all the possibilities they have up there. They have essentially a hammer, a sledge, there's a light hammer, and then there's a war hammer. You don't see anything too pristine or prismatic, as most of the weapons are mainly just made for basic deployment to guardsmen.
Can I make a perception check to see if any are equal or better than my own?
You don't need to do that. You could just ask to see one and take it down, and you can compare them side by side. So which one do you want to see? I'll say them again. It was the hammer, the sledge, the light hammer, and then the war hammer.
I would like to take a look at this warhammer.
Sure thing. She walks over, effortlessly with one hand, picks up a 2-pound hammer, and hands it to you.
Did you say 2, or did you mean to say 20?
No, it's a 2-pound hammer, according to
Gotcha.
source material. It's
Okay.
Yeah, source material. I referenced the official source material, and it's 2 pounds. I know. I found
That's
it interesting too.
No, that makes
I
sense
think I'm gonna
considering a
beef that
sledge.
up a little bit.
That
I'm
makes
gonna beef
sense
that up
considering a
little bit.
sledgehammer is 8 pounds, and that can be really difficult to. That can be difficult to
Yeah.
swing sometimes.
Right, because remember, a warhammer is designed to fight with. If you have something too big and unwieldy, it's harder to control it.
Yep.
So, and a light hammer is essentially can be thrown, for example. So, like, think kind of like yeah.
Your regular utility hammer.
No, a utility hammer would be essentially be like a 3-pound hammer. A one-hand hammer used for iron head, useful for pounding pittons into walls. The sledge is designed for good for smashing open treasure chests, for example.
Mm.
So, but those are the 2 warhammers. So she effortlessly picks up this warhammer, hands it to you, and you take it. The warhammer, once you you compare it, can what is your normal hammer? How much damage does your normal hammer do?
I have no damn clue.
It should.
I can look.
Hang on. What are you wielding?
He's wielding
a warhammer.
Yeah.
Then that would be a
basically-
D8.
Yeah, so it's the same. You notice that there's no difference between the 2 hammers at all. However, as you look over the hammer, make me an investigation check. Again.
I imagine most of the changes would just be cosmetic. Nothing actually stat-wise. At least at the moment.
That would be a 10.
So as you look over the other hammer, you don't see anything noteworthy other than some indention spots, but that's about it.
Tordek hands the hammer back. Thank you for letting me inspect.
Anytime. She takes it and puts it back up on the wall where it was.
But I don't think I will be purchasing any goods at this time, though I may be back.
Fair enough.
I have no need for a different blade as well. However, there is something else I would appreciate you look at. And I'm going
What would
to
that be?
untie... I'm going to untie from my belt Tikwe's head and place her on the table.
On the table. Which table?
The table in front of Tordek.
Yeah, I admittedly didn't move myself over there. So, you know what? Yeah, I might as well.
Womp.
Tora, do you say anything before I say anything?
No. Tikwe,
Okay.
Tikwe is just vibing right now.
All right, so
Happy to be here.
she is first taken aback by this talking head in front of her, and she's like, "Well, that's something you don't see every day."
Yes, I believe it is a warforge.
A war forge? She's perplexed.
Yes.
As her husband stops his hammering mid-swing and goes, "Robot forge for war," and goes back to hammering. She goes, "Oh, well, there you go. So ahead, are you looking to sell it? Because I can tell you right now, we don't take anything like that here."
That was not the goal. That was not the goal. We were looking to see what you could parse of it.
Bring it around inside. She motions to the front of the building again, and these two gates come up, and she says, "Go through there. I'll meet you around on the inside."
Hang on. So from the front of the building, is that the entrance to the left or to the right?
To the left. Or
So
right,
the
sorry.
the other entrance, the garage, basically, for lack of better words, as you would call it.
Okay.
So she comes over here.
Time
How
to
do I
use
do
the
the building cutting again?
The green one. Green elevation marker. Oh wow, I have
Yeah.
to really do a... Okay, I'm just going to rotate camera because that's easier than cutting away 90% of everything.
Also, if you press N, it should pull up a toggle box that will actually allow for a cutaway feature.
Yeah, that's actually a lot better. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's actually very useful if you don't want to have to worry about like walls and stuff like that in your way.
I like the walls.
I know, I do too. All right, so you guys walk into this tavern, and it's not tavern. You walk into the blacksmith's main shop, and the wife says, "Honey, you mind just taking a look at this?" He again stops mid-swing. He goes, "Sure, place it on the anvil." I'll move it to the anvil. Boop.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Tikwe, do you say anything to the blacksmith?
I'm so sorry. I'm very tired.
You're good.
I can't find myself anymore. Where did I go?
Top of the.
If you need to just take that green thing and move it up just a tiny bit, you might have just fallen off your viewpoint.
Oh, yep, that's what it was. I was like, there, but I'm not there. Hello. How are you today?
Fine. Thanks for asking.
Good to hear. Have you seen any potential body parts lying around of the metallic variety?
He looks at you with a very stoically blank stare. But he then says, he doesn't say anything, but he walks over to where all of the boxes are in the corner behind, boxes are with some locks on them. So he's going to go over, whoops. There we go. He's going to go over here. He undoes the lock with essentially not even taking a key out. You don't know how he does that. Opens up the chest, starts digging around for different objects and items. He closes, goes to the next one. Digs around for more objects and items. Ugh, I really wish that we could have a way to use the arrow keys by holding down a modifier to change the direction of the piece. I should put that in suggestions, sorry. Goes through the two chests. Goes to the last chest. He comes back. Says, "Sorry, I don't have any extra limbs or anything of the sorts."
Dang it.
Yeah.
That's
However,
gonna be something I need to get.
Yes, I understand. However, if you can explain to me what some of your limbs look like, or possibly anything else, I might be able to fabricate it. That being said, I'm no, master craftsman. What you really need is you need to find essentially a warsmith.
Where might I find a warsmith?
It's gonna be hard to do. They've been missing in these parts for years. What's funny is that, and he looks over. Your friend there reminds me of one. Looking over at the dwarf.
Out of character, I fucking knew the dwarf had something special about him. Anyway, you say that I remind you of someone who was a
Warsmith.
warsmith.
Of course, the elf chimes in. Fun fact, I don't know if you know this, but this entire town's a frontiers town. Granted, we're along the coast, it doesn't make much sense. The husband looks at her, gives him that really look, but not important. The point is that we don't get a lot of races out here that aren't elf and human. And to be honest, when we do see, well, your kind show up, it's very rare. He looks over, it's a dwarf, hon. I know, but just... You know what happened the last time we talked about dwarfs around here? I know. We got into a big fight over some locals about it, that they actually exist. They do exist. Well, it depends on what time you go to the tavern. Anyway, not important. The point is, the fact is that, yes, the warsmiths were basically dwarfs, and they're very good at it. The problem is, we don't have one here, nor have we ever seen one. But if you can find one, you're in luck.
But you did say I reminded you of one.
You did. How do you think I learned to be a blacksmith? He puts his hammer down behind him and crosses his arms. I was taught by dwarves. Best kind of teacher you can get. You think human taught me? Heck no, they can't smith to save their lives.
Do you happen to
Hang
know
on,
the
isn't
name?
he a human? Isn't he a
He
human?
stands by what he said.
I gotta ask, is he the Uncle Ruckus of this place?
Oh no. Oh,
Pretty
no.
much. And the most passive-aggressive way possible without me getting demonetized, absolutely. Or canceled.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
So yes, he's very racist against his own kind.
Understandable. Okay.
Why do you think I married hang on. He goes, why do you think I married an elf?
Oh,
Human
no.
women? No way, Jose. I don't even want to deal with that noise. He goes, yep, and I'm everything he wanted and then some. And I don't even have to clean.
Now, about this warsmith. Do you know his name?
No, well, my teacher? Dude, that was... Not dude, my bad. I really gotta keep a thesaurus in front of me.
Buddy.
Sir, I can't tell you. My teacher is from a far-off land from here, back on one of those continents is what they call them? Yeah, continents. So trust me, he's nowhere near here, and passage out to somewhere like that will cost you more than you probably can ever imagine in terms of gold. Several ships, several risky, perilous journeys, and trust me, you do not want to have to go out into the Black Sea. That's not fun.
With a name that
So-
intimidating, I would imagine not.
Well, unless you're like dealing with essentially giant creatures from below and pirates, he pulls out essentially what appears to be a glass bottle with a very small cap on the top. It's about 16 fluid ounces and takes a swig.
Can I make a perception check to see what's in the bottle?
Sure, go for it.
Wow, I think that's your lowest roll today.
Yeah, 13?
You know it's some kind of liquid, and you cannot tell if it's alcoholic or if it's not alcoholic, but you can definitely tell that it is a very well-crafted glass bottle, and that's about it.
Excuse me, but I am curious about not only that glass bottle, but the liquid inside.
As he's putting the cap back on, he looks down at what he's holding and looks at you and goes, why?
Well, that glass bottle seems to be very well crafted.
Yeah,
And if
my
that
wife made it.
It is very intricate indeed. Very pretty.
Yeah, well, this is basically a specialized fermented drink, if you really want to know. It just helps with basically your liver and some other key components of your body. Helps me from basically killing over dead with a little bit of elf magic in there. It's actually quite good. Now, if you're asking because you want to know if it's going to get you drunk, absolutely not. The elf chimes in. Unless you drink about 20 of them, but you'd probably die more from essentially the amount of carbonation and fermentation. It would probably rip a hole in your stomach.
Don't test him.
I
He'll
see.
do it.
No dwarf, no living mortal, dwarf or man, is that dumb to do something like that. She laughs.
To be fair, miss, I would.
The blacksmith looks over and says, I believe it.
All right.
Anyhow.
You can continue your conversation. I am going to take the head and walk right and wait outside.
Okay.
I thank
By
you
the
for all
sign.
your help.
No problem.
Tordek turns around. If I can get and exits the blacksmith.
Okay.
Where's the blacksmith?
Time to report to Holly then, if we're done here.
Don't you think we should sell off this other loot, or should we keep it?
I assumed that you would want to. Well, Holly can. I imagine Mistress Holly can take care of the clothing.
Tis a possibility. But for now, let's hold on to the clothing, and let's head on out to Holly.
I assumed you would want to keep the scimitars.
Yes, we're keeping them for now.
Very well. Alright. Here I go.
Okay, so where are you guys headed?
We're
Farm.
headed back over to the farm to see Holly.
I'm assuming she's there. Tikwe, we would like to request you over at our location.
I'm trying to find you. I'm sorry. I'm still
We're just-
feeling it from last night.
We're just down the path. That's all.
There's, like,
To the
different
west.
directions.
We're to the west. There's a compass in the lower corner of your screen.
Meow.
There you are. See me moving?
I'm gonna zoom out. There you are.
Mm.
I gotta lower my field of vision, but not quite that low. That was too
Those
low.
are the stables.
Well,
Not gonna be there.
I heard it growl.
Chicken. Oh, and the cows are out. Or
Yes,
one of
as
them
you
is.
approach the farm, you notice the animals have been let out of their pens for the day, or at least some of them.
Chimkins!
Look at all those chimkins.
Look at all them chickens. Love chickens. They're delightful.
I like chickens, Eddie.
Dice, I should let you know that there appears to be a hole in reality in the middle of the farm.
Where?
I don't see it.
Along the middle of the... Oh, I could just be... Yeah, alright, never mind. There is not. I had the tool too low. Yeah, I cut out a massive chunk of the farm, and I didn't realize it. My bad.
You're good.
Alright. Yeah, I was about to wonder, wow, nobody's tending to the farm at this time of day?
You do find one peasant in the field, but you don't see Holly anywhere to be seen.
There's the peasant in the field.
Is this the same
By one
guy
of
as
the Keratin.
previous?
Yes, it is.
Hang on. Bob Jimothy, if I'm remembering correctly.
That is correct. Is someone say my name? He turns around.
Hello again.
Oh, adventurers! Good to see you back on the farm. I appreciate what you did, by the way. Holly's cleared all my suspicion and voided to me, and I haven't lost my job. Still making my 1 copper a day.
We're glad to hear it.
Nods.
Do you know? Do you know where we might find her?
Oh, Holly? That depends. I mean, I apologize, but she's not here. She's probably on this time of day, on this day of the week. She's probably at her residence or at the main train office, filling out paperwork for this month's shipment. She won't be back in these fields for some time. But thanks to your valiant efforts, I can finally start asking for more help. She doesn't trust anyone, so I'm hoping now that we've solved the mystery of our missing carrotkins, we can get some more people out in these fields.
Do you know where her residence is and or the trade office?
If I remember correctly, she's right next to the blacksmith.
Fuck.
Yeah. Can't deny that feeling. Like, we were right there. And we completely
Tordek
missed her.
kinda grumbles to himself and says, "Okay, I think we'll be heading back that way. Is there anything you need from us while we are here?"
Not at all, adventurers. Like I said, I'm just happy that I still have my job. I came to this town, honestly, a long time ago, but I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you for asking.
You are dearly welcome.
And I haven't seen folks like you ever be this kind. Turns around and going back to turning the fields.
Okay.
Are you going to see something else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, so yes, you guys are going to head back to... I didn't want to say anything.
I get it. It's okay.
I was like, oh, they're not going to like this one. I need to overhaul some of these buildings.
I can't say I didn't expect it, actually.
I need to cut away something. Why did it go back?
As you come back into town, you approach the guard's house, approaching the approach the trades house, or the charter. That's what I meant to say. The charter house for the trades guild for this town. A guard is standing out front, basically guarding the door, obviously. While you see a carpenter eyeing some wood that he is offloading to bring in to have counted before being used.
Pardon me, is a Mistress Holly tradesman here?
Who are you talking to?
Either.
The carpenter clearly too busy in his bookkeeping, trying to figure out what logs he would need and trying to figure out, given the lack of, or the shortage of logs, given what you know about the current situation, the guard speaks up and says, "Don't bother him. As far as Holly, yeah, hold on, I'll get her for you."
Thank you.
He opens the door and goes inside. A few moments later, he comes back out. Go on, head on in and wait by the table by the fireplace. She'll be down in a minute.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oop. Wait by the table at the fireplace.
As you sit, you hear a conversation from down the stairs as Holly's talking to someone as she comes down. I don't care if they need a raise. We can't do it. Do you understand that if we don't raise a raise, the town will never gain enough, essentially, of a market here? There will be no livable situation. Oh, and what? Just make logs and coal appear out of thin air? Do you not understand what we're dealing with? We've lost our bridge connection, and as far as I'm concerned, the only way we're getting supplies is by ship, and that's not even consistent enough. Holly, I understand that, but no, there's no more discussion of this, Magistrate. Until I have firm belief that we have a possible market, we are not going to increase wages or anything else. We need to keep and ration our supplies as is. She comes down the stairs. Clearly, she is not in a good mood and a bit annoyed with her constituent. Some days... I'm sorry. You'll have to jog my memory. Who are you individuals again?
We are the ones that saved your farm from the bandits.
Bandits? Farm?
Yes.
Oh, you mean the Carrican. Wait,
Yes.
you're the ones that did that?
Yes, we are.
That was just yesterday.
And here I was thinking the gods are the ones that are responsible for such a feat of daring exploits and gallantry. Well, I'm glad to see that at least it's been dealt with. Hold on, I'll change the ambience. I'm getting there.
Hmm. I thought this one would. I thought this one worked since we're so close to the other one, or so close to the smithy.
Okay, there we go. Either way. Well, feel free to have a beverage off the table. They just came in this morning from the tavern. We were supposed to drink them, but we got right to work and didn't have a chance to have our morning mead and bread. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work. But if you were so kind to help, I do have at least a small reward for you. She hands a bag of coins to you both.
All right. How much?
How much?
Yep.
It is... Hold on. Oh, crap. One sec. Actually, I'll just roll it in game. Well, no, because I want it to be surprised. Hold on. Where are my dice? There they are. This is why I really need to get a dice tower. Okay, there we go. It is... Ah! Crap.
It is crap.
No.
Ah, yes. My favorite form of payment. Bag of dog dookie.
Right on the doorstep.
It's 20 gold.
20 gold each.
Or
20
total.
gold total. She hands a small bag of coins of 20 gold. Here you go.
Naturally, we're
I
going
will
to
pay
split
you
that
more, but
50-50.
quite frankly... Huh?
Yep.
Naturally, we're going to split that 50-50.
Yep. I'm surprised Tora hasn't spoke up and been like, what about me?
I'm so sorry. I am so zooted right now.
I know. I'm just giving you crap. You
I'm
good.
just happy to be here with y'all. I missed you.
I'm just happy too.
Same here.
And
Anyways.
yes, we should have my brother joining in the next session, hopefully. When things all go as planned.
Yay.
Yep. Alright. I would have given you more, but unfortunately, if you hadn't picked up on the conversation, we are currently short on supplies and funds, given the situation the town is in.
Guy
So-
holds up a hand. This is more than enough. Thank you.
Oh, no problem, Guy. I appreciate your understanding. Gentlemen, as I said before, feel free to help yourself to a glass of mead. I need to get back to work. Good day. And she goes up and goes back up the stairs.
I'm going to leave it there because it was not mine. I did not pay for it.
Tordek inspects. Would like to inspect it.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
roll
expect
for-
that
roll
of you.
for investigation. I mean, it's just beard, dude.
Fuck.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 9, I think.
Well, you know it's mead, just straight mead. Nothing. You can't tell anything else about it. And there's 4 of them.
Tordek picks up one and tastes it.
Okay, you taste it, and it tastes like normal mead. It's got a very... It doesn't have a bunch of a wheat texture, but it's definitely a very thick slur, as you know mead can be. It is mildly sweet.
Good taste, but not my cup of tea. Sets it back down on the table.
Well, yeah, it's a cup of mead, not a cup of tea.
Good. I like that.
Excuse me, but it's just an expression.
No, an expression is like a smile.
Are you saying this in character, Tora?
Absolutely.
Love it.
This is incredible. I love it.
Tordek just leaves.
I will give the mechanical head a small pat.
Head pats.
Head pal, God, here we go.
It's just one
Wait,
pat
did
to the side of the head.
Oh.
Nothing overly affectionate, just a little bit.
Wait, I'm still being carried around, correct?
Yes.
I'm not like tied to his waistband anymore. I've
You're-
gotten
you're-
uppies.
You're still, or I retied you, is what's happened.
Aw.
So, you guys go back inside. What's your next course of action?
All right. Well,
Do you think we should head back to the tavern, or do you think we should, investigate this bugbear situation?
Both are the same. Formally accept the quest at the tavern is what I'd like to do, and then we do the bug. Then we go investigate the mines.
Wait, you still don't have the piece of paper in your hand?
I would.
You still don't have the...
I would have left it there. Plus, these things need to be officially accepted, and these things do need to be. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay, no.
I was going to say, to be fair, I had the paper and handed it over to Minnie Mischief, and she never handed it back.
That's
but
fair.
also, at the same time, I would assume just grabbing the paper would have meant I accepted it. But okay.
Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah. So, so you guys going back to the tavern?
I guess.
I would appreciate proper confirmation of our job.
Yes.
Oh, whose aid is this?
I just cleared dice. That was T-Bone's.
All right, let me zoom out. There we go. Making my way downtown, walking slow, and I'm not bound.
I just look and T-Bone's just heading straight into a tree. Like straight up a tree.
So you arrive back at the tavern.
Let me in. Let me in.
As you walk in, you see the same individual, the explorer, that was at the blacksmith, talking to Minnie Mischief.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Jump up on the table and kick her straight in the face.
No. I did not mean to do that.
You're good. I know the controls are a little wonky. They take time to get used to, so I don't count miss inputs on in my games on this thing because it's still relatively new for people. All right, so you walk in and you see the two talking. You overhear this conversation. Has anyone taken the job that I posted? Unfortunately not, Noni. There's nothing I can do about it. Come on, please. Look, until someone takes it, I can't send anyone out. Not like I would just send my frickin' bartender out. Nope. And he couldn't leave if he wanted to. Yup. And I'm sure as heck not sending the mute tiefling out. I mean, for crying out loud, we just got her here. I don't want to get her killed. What about the dwarf? She looks over at the end of the bar. Really? Okay, sorry, that was not called for. You think? As you guys walk in, says, "Oh wait, hey, those adventurers are back. Tell me, how was your gallivanting around the town? Did you guys do anything interesting?"
It was a fine tour.
Yes, it was indeed. We visited the blacksmith and talked to Miss Holly, and that was about it. But we've come to see about this bugbear business.
I got a question. Did the time of day just change outside, or did it just get foggy?
I didn't mean to do that. That was my fault. Hold on. Yeah,
okay.
I know. That was my fault. I'm fixing that. I thought that walk was something I placed recently. I messed that up. Just give me a moment. I apologize.
No worries, no worries. I'm not gonna be mad over that.
Wait, I forgot. You can actually set the GM block based upon the... Oh, my God. Sorry. Hold on. Where's that? And, of course, as you walk in... No, that's not what I need. Hold on. There we go. You hear music for no inexplicable reason playing.
Of course, like usual.
Did I die? Hello?
No, you're still here. We're all still here.
What the fuck was that come out on your mic?
No, we're still here. We're all here.
Okay,
All right.
just what are we doing? Waiting on dice?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good. I got the
He made a misclick and things got wonky. That's at least what I can infer from that.
That is correct. And hang on. Where's the warm? Oh, right. Hold on.
Ooh, this is
There we go.
deep music.
There we go. I got. That work? I get it. And apply. There, we're good. Okay. Sorry.
All's
No,
fine.
it's still. I want the warm hearth playing. There it goes. Thank.
I mean, the music playing now works. Or whatever's going on right now.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's still. There it is. No, because I'm hearing it, but you're not. Hold on.
We're hearing music.
I think he's talking about the hearth noises.
Hearth noises intensify.
Got it. All right, we're good. All right, yes. So you walk in, and again, music plays without any reason whatsoever. Okay. And so you overhear this conversation. What do you do?
Well, didn't we already interact with the conversation?
Yeah, Minnie's directing it to us. She asked us about our little gallivant around.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I said, but we are here to discuss this bugbear business.
Oh, thank goodness, responds Noonie.
Wait, what?
Noonie responds, says thank goodness, not New.
Oh, his name is Noonie. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the tiefling, and I know that's not right.
I believe if you hold tab, you should see names come up.
Names, gotcha. No, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Now, if only I could figure out how to type in text chat. Oh well. Doesn't matter now. Alright, well somebody just did it.
Alright, so what do you guys do?
Something.
I said what we did.
You
twice,
just-
in fact.
Yeah, Noni here is relieved that we're talking about this mine's job.
Yes. So, well, if you're willing to take it, there's a small cavern underneath this town that basically has a bunch of crystals in it. I usually do nature walks down there with my business, which basically means I take adventurers down there, or anyway.
Thank you. Alright, continue moving on.
Yeah, so I have adventurers who go. I take adventurers, townsfolk, whoever who want to go down and explore those caverns. They're not big, mind you. It's just a cave that links to the coastline. But in that cave, there's been problems. Ever since we arrived, creatures started coming out of the ground. Originally, these slimes. More importantly, I went down there one time with some bugbears. Then, all of a sudden, they lost their bloody minds, killed 3 or 4 of my party members, and we had to flee.
I'm very sorry to hear about your party members, but me and my friend here will go investigate.
Be warned, the cave is dark and there's slimes there. You'll need to fight your way through them at first in order to get to where it is. I also want to warn you there are other creatures that lurk in there. Tread carefully.
Understood.
No need to worry.
Could you
Thor
perhaps
is on my
direct us?
side.
Could you perhaps direct us to the location?
Certainly, I'd be more than happy to show the entrance, but for obvious reasons I will not be re-entering that godforsaken place.
I have no complaints.
Neither do I. May Thor guide us.
Unexpected Norse mythology. Alright. Okay.
Ed,
It is.
Nice, did you-
He's fine.
did you tell him about that the D&D was kind of Norse-ish based?
I mean, a lot of, that and other things, but yes. The pantheons of the different mythologies, mythos, and faiths kind of all intertwine together in D&D. if you've ever watched The Virgin Witch Mary, that's a good comparison as to, as much as I hate how that anime portrays at the end, or how it's portrayed at the end, it's a good take, essentially speaking, on how the pantheons all communicate with each other.
Okay. I've never seen it. I just didn't expect Thor to suddenly be mentioned. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not
all good.
complaining. And if Guy actually followed a religion, he probably would have been Christian.
Fair enough.
So,
Okay, are we heading out to the mine now?
yeah, so when should we move out?
Well, we can leave tonight, this evening. The sun won't be down for another couple of hours, but you wouldn't want to be out after dark. I have no problem escorting you there, but like I said, I will not stay for a prolonged period.
As
Very
it is,
understandable.
as it is, I am ready. I am ready now.
Excellent. Well then, we will take our leave. Mini Mischief says, and Mini Mischief's like, great. Try not to die, and remember... No, just actually say, try not to die. That's all she says. I've got nothing else on that. All right.
Cool,
Follow
we're
me.
following Mr. Noni now.
Yep.
And all overlapping on the same 5 feet. Beautiful.
All right. I gotta drive and close doors, so just give me a second.
Understandable.
You guys make
I'm
your
not...
exit. You guys make your exit out of the town.
Whoa, where am I going?
I don't
Okay.
know, but
Cut off limits.
Yeah,
That's a pain.
Hang on, I need to fix that.
Yeah, if you need to adjust any sliders, go ahead. I will stop. It's totally fine. I'm actually just gonna bring.
I'm fine. Nothing
Also,
should be getting in the way
I
now.
happened to see something I probably shouldn't have.
It's all good. I haven't quite figured out how the sliders work. There's a way to yeah, there's like a way to prevent that kind of thing, but I haven't quite figured out how it works yet.
Out of character, yeah, I saw something I shouldn't have, and I have a feeling on something, but I'm not going to mention it.
I really wish I could set the days to different ones. Hold on. Please, thank you.
Oh no, the sack's flying away.
Is somebody head of Tikwe?
All right,
I was
so
gonna.
Is it? Wait. What? I thought it'd be around noon when we left.
No.
I forget how fast days move in this game.
I'm not. There's not really a way to automate
Automate it. Automate it.
Automate it yet. So I'm still been talking to the dev team about that and trying to see if we can get an automation for it.
I'm kind of against that. I think it would interrupt flow. Okay, got time to lower the slider again.
Yes. So as we get down towards the dock area, okay, I basically need 3 TM blocks, one for day, one for morning, and one for night. Basically, is what I don't have. So that way I could just do that, and I don't have to spend 5 minutes messing with the slider. So I'm just gonna do that for right now, and then I need to make another one. Hold on.
Oh, Dice, remember how I told you I had to use a double mini trick to get Guy to have a full goatee?
Yeah.
Well, with that new face customizer that Hero Forge dropped.
You don't have to.
Yep, so that was $7 more than I needed to spend. Oh well.
Oof. Yeah. All right. So, where was I? Okay, so you guys get to here. obviously. All right.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna warn you right now. From this point on, this area is dangerous. There might be monsters lurking behind trees. Nothing threatening, mind you, but, you know, luckily it's the middle of the day, so most of them are still sleeping? I don't know if monsters sleep, but you get my point. Stay close and stay on the path. We should have no issues.
I am capable of handling myself.
Yes, so am I.
I'm not. Clearly.
As you get further away, the sound of the waves and the docks, the waves against the docks and rocks, slowly feathers away. As you get deeper into the forest, you hear more birds and leaves rustling in the wind.
Pleasant sounds.
He stops. Straight through here and stay close.
Will do.
Oops, I didn't mean to go that way. Sorry.
Don't walk through the forest. Walks through the
I
forest.
didn't mean to.
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes, very.
And not because we have a disembodied head.
Okay.
Oh, ha ha.
So, all right, this is basically the entrance of the cave. He points down into there, down into essentially what appears to be a cave entrance, obviously, with very little light, and that's it. Obviously, this is as far as I go. I'm not going back in there after what happened. Keep a sharp mind and a sharp wit, an equally sharp wit.
Ah, okay, I see the cave
With
now.
all kinds of problems.
I see it now.
You should come with us. You know why? Because I could really use a hand.
The explorer looks at you, unamused.
I'm smiling from that. That was a good one. I'm smiling from that.
No, but seriously, I could use a hand.
Hopefully we can find one for you soon.
I could also use the rest of my body.
Hopefully we can find one for you soon.
I hope so too.
Alright, so while you guys are thinking of your plans, why is it auto-changing when I did that? I don't know why it auto-changed that. It should not have auto-changed. So annoying.
Alright, well, I can get in through the entrance now that I messed with that slider. Probably gonna have to mess with more.
What I need to do is I need to get
So, real quick, my dark vision trait doesn't estimate exactly how far I can see.
60. 60 feet. That's basically stock for everybody, so...
Yes, I can see in dim light within 60 feet. But in darkness, what does that cut down to?
Hang on, I'm searching up the rules. Dice, you don't need to. I'll handle this.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I need the...
Says, you can see in dim light within 60 feet as if you were in bright light, and in darkness you see if it was dim. It doesn't specify.
So areas of darkness are only lightly obscured. Yes, you can do that. Basically, you cannot discern color anymore. You're completely and totally grayscale. Or at least that's how.
See within 60 feet.
Yeah, that's how I'm interpreting it.
Okay. Anybody else have dark vision or some other variant or no?
No.
Let me check.
I'm human. I don't know if Warforged do. I only have a slight interest in their stats, actually.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't think we were gonna get this far today, to be honest. So bear with me, please.
No, that's all good.
It's almost 5 o'clock. Holy crap!
Yes.
I'm actually really happy with this. We've done a lot, and we've been pacing it really nicely. Or at least that's how it feels.
Indeed. But my next question is, are we going to stop here or continue? Because I feel like this next part might take a while.
It will definitely take a while, so we might actually want to stop here because it's going to take, because this next part, you're going to be in this cave for quite some time.
Okay.
And I think T-Bone has work, so he's got to go soon, right?
Yeah, at some point, yes.
Okay.
At some
So,
point.
yeah. At some point, yes. So let's
Hey.
go ahead and cut it.
This is a...
Let's go ahead and cut it here
Alright.
for sure. Seems like a good stopping point. T-Bone's, I think, right on the money on that one.
Well, this is Mega, T-Bone, Tora, and Dice all signing off.
Farewell.
See ya!
Later.